In this video, we'll create a trend log from a value on a graphic using EcoStruxure Webstation. Right-click on the value. Here we'll choose the hot water return temp. Then from the drop-down screen, choose Create Trend Item. The next screen will give you a choice of a trend chart or a trend log. We'll choose Trend Log to create the trend log. From the Create Object dialog box, you can change the name of your trend log. In this case, we'll leave the default name. You can choose the path or the location that the trend will be stored in. The object type will always be interval trend log in Webstation. That's the only trend that you can create in Webstation at this time. To select the units, click on the ellipsis in the right-hand corner. Begin typing in temperature, and you'll see that the list of temperature units will show here. We'll choose Fahrenheit, and then OK, and then we'll choose OK one more time. The Basic tab allows us to make changes to the configuration settings of our trend. Delta sets the value that the trended variable must change before the value is logged. To change the delta, enter a value or use the plus/minus buttons to the right. A delta of 0.5 means the value must change by 1/2 degree before the value is logged. Because this is an interval trend log, we don't really need delta here because we'll be logging based on time, so we'll change this to 0. An activation variable allows you to activate the trend based on some other function in the system, perhaps occupancy or a fan starting. We'll leave this blank for now. The default activation time is fine, we don't need to change that. But the interval time zone, we need to change that from UTC to server local time to synchronize the trend log with our server time. So just click on the server local time button. The interval allows us to choose how often we wish to take a sample. We're going to leave the default of 1 minute here. The log size also allows us to choose how many samples we'll hold before we begin to overwrite them. In most cases, what we recommend here is a minimum of 15-minute intervals for the trend sample and a log size of 500. The reason why we do this is to limit the amount of trend logs that are recorded and kept inside the server. Log size at the controller or automation server level is limited, and that's why we try to keep this down to 500 samples. If we need longer-term trends, we can always create an extended trend log and send that up to the enterprise server. When you've completed the configuration settings, choose Save, and then return to the graphics screen. To view the trend, right-click on the value and open the trend log. From here you'll see that we've started recording values. To add another trend log or variable, click on the Add Trend Log or Variable button. Choose Trend Log Series from the drop-down menu, and then simply check the values you wish to have in this trend chart. Then choose Select. Both values can now be seen in the trend chart, and if you hover over the lines, you'll see that the temperature and timestamp for that particular period in time.